Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here on the Hagenstedt map. Let's get back to reliving the glory days. Any kind of implement, you know, maybe even a trailed plough. You get one of those big, the Gregoire Besson ploughs. It could be a special category for that, because it's quite a beast of a machine. I'm not quite sure how you'd be able to get that one to drift without just kind of rolling it over. But I mean, this one here, look at that. Beautiful. So if you can get it to go right out round, you get more points depending on the angle of the drift. And that's what they'll do. Like, they get camera replays and they measure the angle. You also have a camera mounted on the back of the tractor right there, and they can see which direction you're going. And then they can see, like, they can measure then the angle that you go this way. And you get points for every degree of angle that you get on your tractor as you drift out round the corner. I think we could be on to a winning sport here, ladies and gentlemen. I think we could make ourselves an absolute fortune with this new sport. And you were here right at the beginning of it. You were part of it. The formation of the new sport. The farmyard drifting. I don't know what you'd call it. Implement drifting? Seed drifting? I don't know. Someone come up with a name and put it in the comments section. I can't think of all my names. Seem a bit lame, to be honest. We need something that sounds cool. It's got to catch the attention of the crowds, doesn't it? We can't just have something plain and simple. It's got to catch the attention of the crowds. Okay, so we're gonna want to come along this way a little bit. Let's just plan this out a little bit. We need to drive up along here. I don't want to have too much issue with that bit there. So, I mean, I can... Although the track does kind of have a kink in it there. So, really, we only want to be driving in a straight line up to here. I definitely don't want to be ploughing up this bit. Because that track is in the wrong place. It's not very helpful, is it? So, we can go to about here. We can take this out quite wide on here. But then I cannot be greedy on here. We paid that price down at the farm, so we don't want to be greedy on there. We're going to leave that one out. I think we'll use that red plant there as a marker. That's not too greedy, I don't think. If we came out to about that point, then we can drive up along here. We can use the track on this side. There's no train coming along here, so we don't need to worry about that kind of like causing us any problems. It'll come up to there. We'll usually be driving in the other direction. You know what? I think we actually want to go back a little bit further from this wall. I'm thinking maybe out here like this. So we've got a full tractor's width away from the wall. Yes. Something like that. The reason that I'm looking at this is because that one flower is really going to bug me. It shouldn't. It definitely shouldn't really bug me, but it's going to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come right down like that and turn around here. There. I'm just going to get rid of the few flowers that are here. Actually, that one, no. There. I don't know why, but the idea of these just, it's something that's, because this is supposed to be a grass field. Now, although we're not ploughing up to the edges, we'll still probably try and mow out to the edges anyway. So I don't want there to be these flowers kind of in the way to kind of like interfere with the grass that's going to be here. So if we do that, and then if I switch over, I've got grass there. What sort of grass is that? That's a completely different sort of grass. Now we've got weeds coming up. Yeah, this is all weeds now. And then I've got the mud grass textures, which I don't want. And then I got that kind of grass there, which I really don't want. I'm not having much luck with this. I just want basic grass. The one that you've already got here on the map would be really nice. It's going to have to be that. That's not brilliant, but I think that is ultimately a grass that can be cut. So, I mean, if we've got different types of grass growing through here, I'm actually okay with that, so long as the grass can be cut. We'll see. And a little bit just in there. Right. That'll be okay on there. we'll have to wait and see if that can be cut. Alright, I got the GPS up here. I'm kind of thinking that I want to move that. So if I scroll that over a little bit like that, is that going to be enough? Got to remember, I am going to be doing mowing in this field rather than doing anything else. So I reckon that's probably going to be alright there like that. And I can always go and change it later on, I suppose, if I want to. So let's try that one right there and start creating some fields. Whiz off down through here. I mean, the other side's... well, that side of the field there, that's going to be simple. That's a nice, easy, simple process. Nothing for us to worry about. This one here, if I bring that one out there like that, right, I'm gonna, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna turn this one round and I'm gonna go just back up. Ooh. Right up against the edge of the field. It's actually, I have found in the past, it's actually best to go right in like this to do a bit, because very often it will leave just the tiniest of little strips through the field there. I imagine that if we were actually doing this in real life, this would be making an absolute pigsty of a mess here on this field. But fortunately, it's not real life. So, yes, we can do this in the rain without any problems whatsoever. Let's just back you up here, and we'll go right about there. Take another whiz across the field, and then one more pass, and we've got this end done. So that end down over there, next to that railway bridge, I'm not quite sure what we're going to do there. We'll run down over there next, and we'll do that bit, and then we can do the sides. The sides are the easy bit. We've just got to connect up with the railway and stuff like that. It's nice and simple. There's nothing complicated about any of it. Drop you in here, and off we go. We've at least got this bit done. Took it out of us, admittedly. It was hard work getting that done, but we have got there in the end. There's no flowers left over. There's no sort of patches of big stuff left over. That's looking pretty good. So it's that bit right there, and we don't actually have to worry about driving on the railway track. It's not going to cause us any problems. We do want to make sure that we don't come over any further. It is about to this point. This is where our field is kind of a little bit different. We haven't got a lot of room at this end because of that bridge. I mean, if I choose to ignore the bridge, what I could actually do is I could come back up here like this, and that's pretty much in line there with the end of the other bits. I'll do a pass across here. Now, I could do some extra lines across here. I could do some extra passes on this end of the field, and it's not really going to hurt anything. Take that over there a little bit further like that. But how much of it are we actually going to be doing? I mean, I'm kind of tempted to just, like, leave it. And that way we can just use the standard hired help on the square of the field right here without any problems. Why is... Did I not actually engage this? I didn't, did I? I don't think I did. Let's try that again. Went across the field without actually engaging it, so it turned, went off by itself. Well, that was a bit stupid. Right, well, at least we haven't done any major damage to it. It could have been a lot worse than that. And that one will come up to there, and then it should... There we go, ideal. Right, that's gone through there perfectly. I'm going to leave that. I'm not going to do any more. We can, like, do any extras out on that side. I'll tell you what I will do, though, is if I go into the landscaping in here and I change that texture over just where these bits are. So we'll take that down a little bit smaller, and then we will switch this over. and we go to that one. So I'm going to change... Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to change this to all grass here, and I'm going to go up like that so that it is whatever this grass texture is. And we'll do the whole of the end of the field here with this, just for something a little bit different. It's going to get rid of these flowers that are here. He says, there we go. Right, taking those out. Come out like that. I tell you what, I might actually, if I come in here and I just make sure that I have actually got all of this, I can always go over it with the plow again. Let me just make that a bit bigger so that we can do this a little bit faster. I can just go over that bit with the plow again and fill that little bit in. That's not a great hardship, is it? We can do that nice and easy. So I'll bring that up to about that point right there, and we'll fill this in like this. There. So that's grass that we will actually then cut. So at least that's the plan. And I don't know what that's going to sort of turn out like. I'm also going to do something similar down here next to this track, except that this one, I'm going to change the shape of this. Now, am I going to regret that? That's going up way close. But, I mean, if I bring this one over... Actually, that would be better. That does actually work better. All right, so we'll shrink you down. The problem with shrinking, I'm going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. I'm going to need to go tab through these a little bit until I get to that gravel pattern, which is there. And then put that back in there like that. And then I can go here. Oh, I don't want gravel now. I need to go back through it. There. And go here. And I can put it to that. Unfortunately, I think in order to make this look wrong. Wrong. Right, let's try that. Let's try that again. This is not going well. There, right. We have a gravel pattern, and now I've gone too far over the other side. So now I need to correct all of that all the way down through. This is sometimes of frustration with this landscaping. There's no undo feature. An undo feature is something that I've heard a lot of people say that they would really like. And yes, I agree, it would be nice. I mean, if I'd been thinking clearly, I wouldn't have done it. And usually, if you spend a little bit of time... I was trying to rush. I have said myself several times that you just got to sort of really take your time with this stuff, and it does actually work. And I wasn't taking my time with it. I was rushing. Unfortunately, because there's actually a thingy here, because there's a placeable sort of thing right in the middle, that does affect it, and it does cause issues. Right. So we'll bring that round there, and this can come up here like this. I need now to just run that along there. I should be doing this with the square one, and then I wouldn't have had that little bit that's jumped out over there. I will deal with that in a minute. And I've got two more to deal with. Right, you know what? I'm just going to leave those. They're going to be extra bits. We're going to leave them. They're going to be extra bits. That's fine. And then I'm going to go over here. I'm going to change that back to a square. And then I'm going to cycle through to... Oop. Okay, I went too much there. Go back through, cycle through to... It's the first grass texture now. That one. And then I want to put this... I don't want to put it there. I want to put it here on the end of this. I actually want to make that a little bit bigger. We'll go there like that. And there is where we want the grass to go up to, about there like that. I don't want it to go in any further. And then this edge texture of grass, we will be able to use this to mow when we come into doing our fields. So let me bring it all the way up here, and we will go to that point there. I'll make that a bit smaller, and we'll go in here like this. And I'll make it smaller again, and we'll go in here like this, there. And then we'll go back through, and we can join this last little bit up. Right, I think that's going to work out okay. There, that's looking a lot better. That's looking a lot better. I don't like this bit over here, but I'm going to have to, like, add extra grass in there if I want that to work. I could take it to... Actually, that point right there will work. So, let's spin you round a minute, and we'll put this up here like this. I don't have any texture that doesn't have grass on it along here, which is a little bit unfortunate. So I'm going to bring grass up to there. I don't know how far up this way we're going to go with the plow. I'm not going to go any more than that. And then if we scroll back this way, you can see we're kind of, like I could do really, with just filling that bit in there. Oops. I want to turn around. There. Right. Spin round. And then go up through here. And take that to there. Okay, I've done all the landscaping that I want to do, I think. I think I have. And then I want to actually connect that one in and lower it down like that. And we will plow again along here just to straighten up the edge of the field. And then we can do the edges up and down. And that should, I'm hoping, work out all right in the long run. You can go bouncy bounce up through there, and I'll do this bit in a minute. We'll worry about that in a second. So I want to go like that, and then I want to go here, and I want to rotate that by 90 degrees. And then we'll come over here next to the railway, and we will figure out exactly where that one is going to go. So we can... I'll start from this bit right here. That should be enough of an overlap, I think. I mean, if I... just overlap it a little bit more, so it's definitely overlapping into the field, and we haven't got like any little bits that are going to be left over. That should be all right, I would have thought, coming up through there. That's fine coming up through there. It's not going to leave anything. And then we just take this over until we've got a straight line next to that little bend in the railway. I don't want to put a bend in the field there. It just ends up becoming a bit of a pain when we're doing the mowing and that every time, if you've always got that little extra bit. I mean, we'll probably end up mowing that little extra bit anyway because of just the way that I will do the mowing. I always sort of do the outside round anyway, but just in case I don't and I just do like the ends of the field, it makes life a little bit easier if I'm not having to go too far afield for it. So let's drop you down right there and head off again. 2 more full swipes will probably do everything that we need to do there. I'm not sure what this I think this grass may end up being the same as that grass over there once it's grown. We'll find out soon enough, because it will grow over near that cliff over there, and we'll be able to run a comparison. There's also a couple patches down that side. Let's take you up to this end. There we go, and oops, stopping too quickly. There, like that, and then bring you on back round. Right, so I've got 2 passes, I think. Going to be enough to tidy up this corner? I should think it would be. I think that's going to actually work out all right on here. Yeah, it's going to make that corner look fairly neat and tidy. I might just landscape out a little bit from that wall. I don't know. We'll see about that. I mean, again, this is grass. It's not like when we're doing our arable crops. It's a little bit different when we're doing our arable crops. You've got to sort of treat things a little bit differently when you're doing that. You've got to behave a little bit differently with the machinery and so on and so forth. So I bring you up there, and then I'm going to need to very carefully do this bit. Now, I think that's actually going to be too far over, so if I move it back this way, we'll go just kind of like the edge of the grass right there, and then... I'll set the plough in. I want to make sure that this is properly lined up before I lower it down. And we'll bring it to, oh, I'd say about there. That's pretty close. It's a little tiny. Yeah, I don't think we need to go and alter that afterwards. It is going in pretty tight to that corner, so I think I might go back with the landscaping and just make a little bit of a tweak to the corner. And I'll end up doing the same here with the bridge, just to tidy that up. And then I think we can call that a day. We can use this same grass texture just to polish off those corners. And I think that'll be just fine for us. I don't think we're going to have any other issues there. Bring you up this way. Are you actually going to be able to reach the end of the field? Ooh, only just. I mean, it doesn't really matter because I'm about to get rid of the end of the field right there. I'm going to round that off quite well with the landscaping. So we're going to go with you like this. We'll turn you into a round ball. Go with a medium size like that. Unfortunately, you can't kind of change the angle easily on this, which is something that does bug me. I can't sort of get... I can zoom out like that and I get more of an angle looking down. But I'd like sometimes to have a direct overhead view. I can come in close like this and I can spin round it and that's useful. But it would be nice to be able to look straight down on the project sometimes. And that's not an option. And that I do find it a little bit disappointing. So we'll bring you here. Like here, for example, on these corners, it would be really nice to have that as an option. So I'm going to bring the corner in like that. This is as small as I can take this, and I've also got to be careful that I'm going in too tight to that. So I'm just going to bring it up like that. So it's a little bit of an odd corner here. Actually, I guess I could do it like that. There. I'd like to take off one little bit there, but it's going to interfere with the gravel over here. See, it goes in too far. I want to put one bit there, but you can't get it small enough to do that. I think that's going to be alright. I think that's going to be fine. Let's not overthink this. It's only going to be a field of grass. Let's go over here and do the last little bit. So we've got a couple of passes down this side just to finish off. And... yep, that's looking good down through there. I don't need to alter that one. So I can set you going up here. And with a whoosh, we get the last little bit of ploughing done. So there's another grass field that we've got. Which means that we have permission to go and get another solar panel onto the farm. Which means that our long-term income is definitely going to be going up with all of these solar panels that we got kicking around. And... yeah, after this one, I think we will go for the arable field. I think we could fit that one in next. Although, I'm very tempted to go for a whole load more cows. I think more cows would be very nice. We get a, you know, really work on upgrading the herd. That could be pretty cool. How far back am I going to go here with you? We'll go to about there, I think. Something like that. There we go. Ideal. All the way up, and then I've just got one more little strip to do down next to this road, and the road itself is fairly wide. We do use it a bit, but not loads. I mean, I guess we'll probably be wanting to use it a bit more. What I was thinking is, you know, why can't we just pop it in here? If I move forward a bit... and I just grab our landscape mode again, and then come back up this side like this. Basically, just move that out like that. Like, we've already got this coming out this way. There. And there's a fair bit of road here, so a little tiny strip coming just off the edge of the road here is not going to hurt. And it means a little bit of extra field. So if I go... up there like that. No, I want to go back a little bit. Do that again. There, like that. I think that'll be alright. And then I'll run that down through. And you can see sort of where it comes through on the angle. It seems alright. And we've still got room to get round that bridge with the lorries when we want to. We can always go the other way. I mean, I frequently, when I was delivering was used to, I remember from FS13, I was used to go the way over the bridge there. Just go over the bridge, come through, tip, and then spin round in the yard and head off again from that side. So I didn't really come out this way all that often. I mean, you can sort of combine both of them. It's not really an issue. So if I go to there, the only thing I want to do now is just fill in that little tiny bit right there, and I'm going to try and freehand this. This is probably going to be a bad idea. No, actually that worked. Okay, ideal. Right, we have free-handed that bit. Not going to do any more. Ooh, there's one little other bit that I want to do. I'm just going to turn off the GPS now because I don't actually want to use that. But I'm wondering, can I freehand a little bit of a curve around here just to join that bit over there? So I want to freehand with my plow around like that and just take off. It's just the little bit of a corner on there. Is that even working? Doesn't seem to be working very well, does it? Let's try that again. Not like that. Is that... It does not want to plough up that little bit there, does it? I mean, if I come back like this... Oh! It would probably help if I actually allowed the creation of fields. That would probably have some kind of impact on what I'm doing here. I turned it off before I drove over to this side and then forgot to turn it back on again. There we go, look at that. Right, so if I swing that one round like that, there's one little tiny bit there. That'll do. That's much better. It's not quite ideal what I'd want, but it's close enough. I'm happy with that. We kind of want to keep things moving along, so we will race back over. We can swap these over now, and we can get the seed drill on, and then once we've done that little bit, all we got left is to drive home and job done. So we will dump you down there and drive over this way. Hook you on there. We've already got grass selected on here, so I just want to get this one unfolded. I'm going to start actually I'm just going to start in the middle right here. Not too concerned about this. And off we go. So I want to make sure that I get right out round these corners. Now this bit here is not any kind of... Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.